And we're joined by Cade Desjarlais, the NDP candidate in Kelowna-Lake Country, out here at the doorstep of the UBCO campus where you're a student. You're just 19 and running in a federal election. How did that come about?
Well, firstly, I'm just frustrated. You know, I'm a young person that's been neglected for so long, not been listened to by our government leaders, and people want to speak up and people want to stand up, and I wasn't going to sit back and let no one do that work, because it's necessary work that needs to happen, and right now I'm in that position to do so.
So obviously the platform of the New Democrats appeals to you, but you were saying prior to this interview that when you put up the signs on your lawn, etc., that the reaction you get from some people in this community has been sort of pretty nasty?
Well, I guess that comes with every political campaign. You can see that on Tim Krupa's campaign and Tracy Gray's campaign, the signs being vandalized. It's something that you work with and you deal with. And
how's it been for you?
For me, it's been an interesting experience for sure. You know, launching into a political campaign at 19, it's daunting. But what's more daunting is that, you know, I'm not just running against my fellow candidates. We're running against the clock. So that's more scary for me, because these, you know, getting talked about from, you know, some of my neighbors or fellow supporters or things like that, or people that don't really like the NDP. That's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the issues and the people that aren't being listened to right now.
And the environment tops your list of issues, you'd say?
Yeah, the environment is also why I'm running, right? We've seen inaction from the Liberal government for the last 6 years, inaction from Liberal and Conservative governments for the last 20 or 30 odd so years, and we needed to act then. But now it's too late, and we need to do something now, and it's frustrating, and that frustration is why I'm running.
We started to hear apocalyptic predictions about the climate 30 years ago, so it's sort of past due to see some more concrete action in your mind?
Absolutely. We need not only concrete action, but we need concrete leadership, right? We have a representative right now in Tracy Gray that fails to acknowledge that vaccines work, fails to come out strongly against climate change, fails to, you know, support the marginalized communities in Kelowna-Lake Country, and that's what we need right now, is strong leadership to take the necessary action.
So how do you run a campaign while taking on, a full course load here at UBCO?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I'm working for it, and that's been my whole life, is balancing busy schedules and balancing other commitments. You know, I've worked with the Foundry, I sit on my Students' Union board right now. I have done social justice activism, done leadership conferences, and all throughout my life it's always been juggling, you know, commitments, and that's something I'm comfortable doing.
If you were to actually win this seat, it would be, a huge...
Historic.
But even just running does give you an opportunity to get a voice, and a young voice, into the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the pillars of what I'm holding my campaign to do, is that we need to keep our representatives accountable. If there's no voice that comes out against the votes against the bans against gay conversion therapy, the votes against women's rights issues, the votes against provisions in the medically assisted suicide bill and the right to life, if we have no one holding our leadership accountable to that, then I can't say I'm doing my job.
All right. Well, I really appreciate the chance to get to know you a little better. Good luck with the campaign and your studies here at UBCO.
Yes, thank you very much, Ken.